Well, good morning, Monday.
Good morning, Ed.
How's it going, Mr. Mike Kelly?
Good weekend. You?
Yeah, it was pretty good. Got caught back up on sleep and everything else, and got into
Sleep. What the hell's sleep?
That's what happens when you go to New York City and you're 3 hours ahead, and you come back, and you're a little messed up while you're there and back, and
Yep. The lag.
It started getting back to my getting my weight off again instead of my. Marcia was gone for 3 weeks, so I ate at my favorite Italian restaurant like all the time, and somewhere else
Kind of plump it up.
Yeah. Gained all that extra back that I lost.
What is your favorite Italian restaurant?
I'm not gonna say.
Okay.
They're not paying for this. They're not our sponsors.
No.
A couple things came up over the weekend. I don't know if you know this, but I want to talk about it. I do a lot of shorts lately, and that's, if you don't know what that is, that's on YouTube, little short clips, and had people reach out from Texas, which is unusual. I've been doing it for 8-9 months, and all of a sudden it's like boom, everybody has questions and everything. And the short was, is this a good time to buy? Is 2022 a good time to buy? And I just want to reiterate kind of what you said. What do you say?
Yes, it is.
Why?
The time to buy is now, because you know what's going on.
You know the interest rates, and you know the current value.
Yep.
Correct. And you know where we are today. You have no idea where we're going to be next week.
Exactly. Next year or tomorrow.
Yeah. So now today, the market.
You qualify today, you buy today.
All right. And then another question came up, and it has to do more with real estate. Your side of the woods.
Real estate. What's that?
Yeah, that's that thing we live in sometimes. I also saw the post that you can you are paying a mortgage. The question is it yours or your landlord's? Anyway.
And the landlord is your bank.
Yes. All right. Should I update my house before I sell it? That was the question.
No, or it depends. Really, in this market, if you think about this market, and the market's starting to normalize. Before, in the hot market, it didn't really make sense to do any repairs to your home, let's go backwards. If it's just a pit, clean it up. Don't spend a lot of money, but clean it up.
So what you're saying is get all the extra
garbage out of there to where it shows as best as it possibly can.
Go get one of those units, put all that extra stuff in there, clean it up, kind of stage it.
Yeah, your potential buyers there's so little inventory, they're gonna want to make an offer on this thing, sight as seen, and then of course everybody's watching a fix-up show, so they want to do their own touches. So it's usually, my opinion is, usually in that market, you were throwing good money after bad, because they're going to rip it all out and do their own style anyway. So,
but if you have rooms painted pink and purple and that kind of stuff, I would probably say just paint a neutral color to make it so much nicer.
I don't even go that far.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
A lot of agents will. They'll say you need to take care of this. You need to change this mauve room and this pink room. And I just say, clean up the rooms as much as you possibly can. Leave the paint alone. Your new owners are going to pick their paint colors anyway, and it's going to sell for what it's going to sell for, no matter what. So why would you spend $32 a gallon and the time to go in there? And usually, I'm going to say this as a retired painter, most homeowners don't paint very well.
I hope my wife's not watching, because she doesn't.
Don't say that.
I just did.
So
she knows it.
Clean your carpets if they're super bad. Declutter, clean the place up so people can see the rooms. And then move
your cats out, right?
Or at least cover up the stinks.
Well, and that's sometimes people can't tell that stinks because they're used to that smell.
Right. Yeah. You become nose blind sometimes. Yeah. Eric Mello says, "Cheers, y'all. Good morning." Good morning, Eric.
To you.
Huh?
I said, good morning to him.
Yeah. So the other thing to think about is, buyers are probably going to pay more for a piece of property that has the major operating systems that are newer. So if you're going to spend any money, don't do it decorating. Replace the HVAC if it's shot or the original. Replace the water heater if it's shot and or the original. If your roof looks like it needs to be replaced, replace your roof.
Because you can actually replace the roof And I mean, and then you might be able to add that back in the price of the house, because most people who want to buy a home don't want to have to worry about a roof.
Absolutely. You only ever get to do dollar for dollar, but you're going to get a little bit more because they're going to feel more comfortable. Joe Garcia wants you to elaborate on the first-time buyers program.
I'd have to research it.
Okay.
It's just, most people who want to talk about first-time home buyer, they think FHA or they think 3% down conventional.
Mm-hmm.
They're not looking at DPA, which is down payment assistance programs.
Right.
Those are out there, but this is what I see. It's really hard to utilize those programs where you're up against somebody who has 20% down, or they have their money for their down payment instead of using the down payment assistance programs.
Right.
However, I say that now, if you're buying the house you live in, or the seller, or that kind of stuff, then it's easier to use those programs in this market.
Yeah.
Hopefully, with the increase in interest rates and the slowing down of 24 offers now down to 14 or whatever the number is, you'll be able to utilize some of these programs again.
Absolutely.
Right. That's what I'm hoping for. So it's for the last 2 years, most people are like, forget it. I don't even want it. You won't even.
Yeah, I think 1998, 1999, some of my best friends were 7. I did quite a bit of the down payment assistance programs. City of Modesto had a really nice one back in the day. The thing is, in a market like this, sometimes the DPA is out of money before you finally get an offer accepted. Right. So,
and there was a lot of it in 2008. The 9, 10, 11, 12, when all the cities had all the money from all the lenders who caused all the problems. They get all this through not directly from them, but the money went into other things.
Yeah.
And there was all these down payment with the city. Some cities have them. I know up in Tuolumne County, they have some. But again, you're going to compete against other people who don't have money. And it's like VA.
Or do have money. Yeah.
Right. That's what I meant. Sorry. It's like VA. VA is a great program. They have money. It doesn't mean they don't just because they're using it. But they go up against somebody with showing 20% down, and they're going to go with the other people.
Yeah. Sad.
Yeah. So, Joe, I'm sorry. We'll find out if there's any additional stuff, but I just think it's going to be a little bit longer before that's going to be accepted.
Yeah. Yeah. Or depends on the area of California you're in.
Right.
Too. So, although California is hot like a cracker still.
We're just going through the roof still.
Yep.
And Texas is, you got Florida, still 1,200 people moving there a day. Texas is doing kind of the same thing.
Idaho.
You what?
Idaho.
You're the what?
I am the hoe.
Sorry.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is.
Yeah.
But and those places are like tired of seeing California plates. So.
Yeah.
And again, I tell everybody, before you move, make sure the numbers work for you and make sure you can live there at the worst time of the year.
Yeah.
So if you're going to move to Texas, now would be a good time to move there as we're getting closer to the summer months. See if you like golf ball hell, if you like tornadoes, if you like humidity, unless you're in the northern. And I know a lot of people from Texas are going to, you don't know what you're talking about. I live there. I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Whereabouts in Texas did you live?
San Antonio.
Oh,
yeah. Humidity.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Houston, humidity.
Yeah. Now, Dallas, Fort Worth isn't so much, but,
right.
It's like, it just depends on where you want to live. A lot of people are moving out of California because they make $50,000 to $100,000, $50,000 to $100,000 a year. That makes sense. You can't buy anything in California with making that income.
Right.
Unfortunately.
Well, the other thing I'm starting to hear is some of the big companies that are, people are working from home, they're starting to pay you commensurate to the location you're living in. So if you're living in, let's say South Carolina, and it's a lower income bracket, it's less expensive to live there. They're decreasing your pay a little bit because it's more affordable. That makes no sense to me whatsoever. You already provided a service. They paid you for that service, and they thought you were worth this. And now just because you moved, they're gonna cut your pay. I don't know. It's so crazy.
Well, that's how it used to be for a company here locally in the Bay Area. They would pay you more,
right?
And then if you lived in the Central Valley and you worked in the Central Valley, you were making less. This has to do with nurses.
Mm-hmm.
And then they raised everybody to the same rate. So it's smarter for you to live here than in the Bay Area working for that company.
Yeah, but that's a personal choice.
I understand.
So,
yeah. I guess, are we on the subject? Yeah, we are.
All kind of.
Okay.
So replace your water heater, replace your central vac. Don't do the central vac, HVAC, those things.
that costs a certain amount. That's
Mhm.
a buyer's going to come in and not have the money to do it, and definitely get a home warranty and the right company, because that I had 2 of my air conditioners replaced pretty much at the same time. They went out the same year at the same time, and
Wow.
I had them both replaced. And yeah, you pay for certain new upgrades and certain things that you have to do with the new regulations, but it was so much cheaper than paying, $7-8 grand myself, or $6 grand.
And very important, you said the right company.
Correct. Everything's the right company.
Everything's the right company. There's some companies out there that just nothing qualifies.
Right. And you can reach out to us and we can recommend.
Yep.
But
absolutely.
we're not going to do
not
it.
Not going to do it right now because they ain't paying us.
That's right. Or we don't need to be sued because we
picked out one person.
Yeah. All right. Rates are actually coming back a little bit today. I think they're trying to find their bottom.
I do that every morning.
No, I'm talking about. Aren't you Mr. Funny Man?
No, I am.
Yeah. Just glad you didn't say that other joke.
No,
that's inappropriate. You actually have a level inappropriate, is what you're saying.
I got a little bit of a filter left. No, wait, I've never had a filter. I just know my audience.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so again, if you're looking to buy, now is the great time because we know where rates are and we know where the market is. The other thing is, certain things came out today that are talking about the manufacturing is way lower than they thought it was going to be. It was supposed to be up, and now we're negative, almost the exact amount it was supposed to be up.
Mm-hmm.
People are saying we're in a 50-50 chance. We're already in a recession. I laugh because everything's a 50-50 chance. I actually think we're in the first 2 months of it. We just haven't noticed it. And that's where we're going because of where we're at, which is a great thing. And you're going to say, why?
No, I'm not. I'm going to agree with you.
Well, you're going to say why, and you're going to say this is why, or we're going to tell somebody.
Okay, why?
Why? Because rates, when we go into recession, if you look at the historical recessions and take out the Great Recession, which should have been a depression that we had, that was all caused by the housing. Every other one, houses have went up in value and rates have went down.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where we're going to see these rates turn around.
Gone and gone.
Yeah. Even in the 80s. When rates were high, when they hit the recessions, rates went down.
Oh my gosh. Remember 23%, 21%, 19%.
No, I don't, but okay.
I do. I was painting houses. People couldn't move. So we painted houses.
Right. And back then I was talking to a bunch of old guys and they were saying how they would take like motorcycles for commissions and other stuff because there was there was just whatever you could get for that commission is what you would take and go and sell it.
And that's when we realtors, the smart ones back then, figured out how to do assumable loans. So,
and that could be coming too, because all these low interest rates that we've had, they are assumable loans as long as you qualify,
right?
And then you can get a loan for the difference and have 2 loans, one a little bit higher interest rate and one really low interest rate.
Right. Yeah.
And that's something to think about instead of just selling it outright, getting a difference in that other loan.
A million ways to skin those cats.
Yes, I guess, but I like cats.
I
don't need those bad emails.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I'm not really going to skin a cat. It was just it's an old euphemism or a saying back in the day when people had a sense of humor.
Oh, is that what that was?
I think so.
Okay, just like soapbox.
Mm-hmm. Just like soapbox.
Most people don't know what a soapbox is. So it's a box that soap came in.
Yeah, and you could stand on it.
Well, that's how that was their podium
platform.
Back in the day. Thank you. All right, so we're here Mondays and Fridays, whether you want to see us here or not. We're going to be here, and we're going to talk about the market, and we're going to talk what's going on, and we're going to have fun.
Yes, we are.
And if you have questions, like Joe did, put it out there. You can go in this ahead of time, or you can email us at info@realestatejerky.com and send those questions in, or you can just reach us both through our direct DMs. I guess that's just DMs. You don't have to say direct twice, right?
Oh. It's kind of
direct
redundant.
Message. Yeah, direct message.
Hey, IM me on that instant messenger thing.
Yeah. All right,
kids.
It's been fun, and everybody have a great day, and we'll see you on Friday.
Enjoy the heat.
You had to bring